Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to Football Discussions. And today we have a new kind of video for you. We're going to be doing a team mock draft via this mock draft simulator on the Draft Network, and it's actually really cool. If you want to buy the premium version, you can on their site. I guess this is a free ad, although only maybe 2,000 people max are going to watch this video. If you want to buy the premium on their site, you get trade offers. So we're going to hear the phone ring during this draft as we're GMing the Jets here. We can take these trade offers. I only really want to take one in the first round if I do take one, and it won't be for that first overall pick. I'll tell you that much. We are taking Trevor Lawrence, even if we get a really, really good offer from someone. I think it's just too hard of an opportunity to pass up on here in Trevor Lawrence. But it's a really cool website. We'll see if y'all like it, and if you do, just let me know. And yeah, let's get started. And the Jets are going to have the number one overall pick. We're actually going to do 7 rounds here, and we'll get right in. The phone's already ringing. We have a trade offer. It's going to be the Jaguars' number 2 overall pick and that 25th overall pick. And I'll tell you that I'm going to decline it. We're going to stick with who we got. Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson, the best player in the draft class. Again, this isn't my big board, and if you see my past videos, I actually do think Justin Fields is as good as Trevor Lawrence, and I was saying he's better in the past. I don't really know where I stand at this point, but Trevor Lawrence is, I think, a super, super good prospect, and if I was the Jets GM, I'm taking him. So Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson, and we'll actually start the draft, so the CPU makes the other pick. So you see Justin Fields going to Jacksonville, Penei Sewell going to the Bengals to protect Joe Burrow, Gregory Rousseau to the Cowboys, Patrick Surtain to the Chargers, and it's moving a little too fast for me, but I'm sure you guys can see them all. Kyle Pitts to New England. I mocked that many times and would hate to see it happen because that just makes the Patriots have a sick weapon, another Gronk-esque tight end on their team. And a trade offer comes in here. We are on the clock, and the Broncos are offering us their second-round pick and their third-round pick for this 26th overall pick. And I'm going to tell you what, Broncos, I'm going to decline that, and here's why. I have already 2 third-round picks as the Jets. I want to keep my first-round pick here, and I pick at 33 again. So your second-round pick really has no value to me. So I'm going to decline this. We're going to see what's available here. The football team's actually offering us as well. They're also giving us a second and third. No, for the same reasons, right? As well as the Bears are offering us. So we're going to decline all 3 of those. We're going to see who's available here at 26, and we're going to make our selection. So Shaun Wade is available, and that's something that interests me because the Jets really, really badly need a cornerback. I actually think their safeties are kind of sound with Marcus May and who's Ashton Davis they drafted last year. So a couple of talented players at that position. Shaun Wade is here. So right now, I haven't looked at wide receivers yet, but he's probably the most exciting to me. Rondale Moore is here. But with his injury and how he's performed when he's on the field this season, I think his draft stock's falling. So Rondale Moore might be my pick at 33rd overall. I'm thinking about doing that. But if I am the Jets, I think that Shaun Wade is too hard to pass up on. First-round caliber guy. He's fallen down draft boards a little. Hasn't played as well this year as he had last year. But really, there's no other cornerbacks available that are better than him. And again, this isn't my big board. But Paulson Adebo, I really like in last year's draft class. He decided to stay back. Asante Samuel has kind of been all over draft board or big boards this year. Some people have him as a late second-round talent. Some people still have him in the first round. And Darren Kendrick is someone that's rising up draft boards as well. So, although those players are good, I don't think there's a better player than Shaun Wade. So if I'm the Jets, I'm taking him here, getting my cornerback of the future to grow and develop in our secondary. And again, we pick at 33. We are on the clock. We're getting offered a second-round pick and a sixth-round pick. I don't want to move down 6 spots just to gain a sixth-round pick. So that's a hard decline for me, Carolina. Broncos really, really want to trade with us. They're offering us a pick only 11 spots down as well as a 4th-round pick. Again, I have those 2 third-rounders. It doesn't really help me to pick up a third-rounder. Rondale Moore hopefully is still available, and if he is, we're taking him. Cowboys, same thing. I don't want to move down 4 picks just to pick up a 6th-rounder. So We'll see if Rondale Moore is here, and he is. That's a steal. He is. If you see my mock drafts, you know I love him. He's one of the most electric players in the country. Super, super, super talented. Again, the injury is going to hold him back, but if he's healthy and he's on the field, the talent's there. So a really, really, really good football player, and that's a sick pickup for the Jets. And now we have the ability here to move up for our third-round pick, a fourth-round pick, or one of our third-round picks as well as a fourth-round pick, to this 48 spot, and that actually intrigues me. It bums me out because I can't see who's on the big board here. Like, if I wanted to, take this offer, I would like to see who's available, but they're really not letting me do that. I'm going to decline it for now, and we'll just keep moving along. Another offer here, the Raiders want to trade back, and they want a third-round pick, and I can't see who's on the big board. So right now, I'm just going to decline it. Positions of need, I'm looking at running back. Najee Harris. Okay, I probably should have traded up because I would have gotten Najee Harris. Just saw him go off the board though, so we're gonna decline this pick. There's really no one else I want. Third round, I'm looking at Chuba Hubbard. I think that could be a really, really good pickup here for the Jets, and our phone's ringing off the clock. But again, Chuba Hubbard's really the only player I want. Brevin Jordan. If we get another phone call, I might trade up for Brevin Jordan, and we're on the clock here. That would be a really, really good pickup for this Jets team. And we pick again at, let's see. We're currently picking at 65, and we pick again towards that Seahawks pick, which is at 89. So I think we could get Kenneth Gainwell there. I think we could get Jarrett Patterson there, who's one of my favorite players in this draft class. And I think that we could possibly still get Chuba Hubbard at 89. We'll see how the draft board falls out. But with Brevin Jordan still on the board, we need to get Trevor Lawrence weapons. We already got him Rondale Moore. I think we could pair him with Brevin Jordan. Chris Herndon isn't the answer at tight end in New York. And, when you look at the Jets, there's not a lot of offensive weapons that you're going to be like, I'm afraid of him. Brevin Jordan is a mismatch nightmare for defenses. He's an athletic tight end, basically a wide receiver, super, super fast, great hands. The route running isn't that bad either. I think it's a good pick, and I'm going to take it if I'm the Jets here. I'm getting Brevin Jordan, my tight end of the future, and we have the option to move up for a third and a fifth to 67, and I'm going to accept that, and I'm taking Chuba Hubbard here. I just want to make sure there's no other... Ooh, Jalen Phillips out of Miami really, really intrigues me because I'll tell you what, the Jets need an edge. They really do. And Jalen Phillips has probably been one of the fastest risers in this entire draft class, really shot up draft boards. He was probably a 5th, 6th round guy. I think he's a 3rd or even maybe a late 2nd round guy right now. Has played really, really well this year at Miami. Kind of a hothead, but, that happens. So I'm just going to look at these other positions. Marvin Wilson, fall from grace. Available in the 3rd round. Interior defensive line really isn't in need. We got Quinnen Williams. Linebacker. Merlin Robinson is probably another one of my favorite players in the class. But I'll tell you what, Charles Snowden's there later in the draft. Monty Rice is there later in the draft. I think we could go linebacker there. Obviously traded away Avery Williams, so he's not on the team. I'm taking Chuba, though. I think it's too hard to pass up on. We're just going to build up this Jets offense. We have Trevor Lawrence, Rondale Moore, Brevin Jordan, and Chuba Hubbard. Those are some good players to insert into a Jets offense that needs good players. Possibly in this scenario, Jets already addressed some defensive needs in free agency. But again, I'm looking, there's good players that are going to be available here in the 4th. I traded my 5th round pick. I still have my 4th round pick. You see it right there. We're picking at 102. Monty Rice is here, and I think that's going to be my pick. Monty Rice is a really, really terrific player at Georgia. He's a run-stopping linebacker. And obviously, I think we are on the clock now. Yeah, we are. So he's a really, really good run-stopping linebacker. I want to see his intangibles. He's 6'1", 235. So, he's a strong player. Got a good build. Baron Browning, someone else that intrigues me. But, Monty Rice could come in and start right away alongside C.J. Mosley next year, and that's going to be my pick. I'm going to take Monty Rice, address the defensive side of the ball, and I think he's a starter for the Jets next year. Again, the team has a lot of needs. You can't address them all. We're trying to do so. I think edge is going to be my pick. Big Cat Bryant is someone that I like, mainly because of the name, but he was actually like a second-round guy at one point at the start of his Auburn career. People were projecting him early on. Did he just go? No, he's still there. So maybe that could be a position that we address. I think we traded away our 5th-round pick, but I believe the Jets have 2 6-rounders. I'll actually just scroll down and see if it will let me. No, it won't. That's fun. All right, so, and it doesn't show me where I pick next. So just maybe something to work on, Draft Network. Let me see where I'm picking next. I believe it's going to be at the start of the 6th round, 159, if we are picking there. We'll see. So we pick in 2 picks. It's actually a 5th round, so I didn't know all the picks we had coming into this, but edge is a need. I think we can get Big Cat Bryant later. There's really none of these guys speak to me. Jordan Smith out of UAB, I've heard his name. I don't really know the edge rusher class. I need to get deep into the edge rusher class. Xavier Thomas, I know he's had a slow season though at Clemson, and is more of an athlete than an edge rusher. So there's really no guys that shout out to me here. Interior offensive line is in need as well. I'll check tackle and interior offensive. Alaric Jackson might be the pick. I really like Alaric Jackson out of Iowa. He's been a guy that's been talked about coming into this draft class for a really long time. I think he was eligible last year, could have gone. He decided to stay. He's not going to be a high-caliber pick. I would even see him going in the 4th round. So that might be my pick here. I know the Jets have Mekhi Becton, but other than that, outside their offense, and Connor McGovern, but other than that, and Lewis, right, is their other guard. I think they're left guard. So they need a tackle and they need a guard. I'm not saying Alaric Jackson's going to start right away, but he could develop. And again, this is the 5th round, so whatever value we're getting, I think is good. So I'm going to take Alaric Jackson out of Iowa. Again, I know his name. He could have came out last year. He's been talked about. He's another guy that's been talked about for like a long time since his start of the career at Iowa as coming out in the draft. So I think Alaric Jackson's a solid pickup for us there. And he'll probably, again, in a few years, we could see him starting. You guys know that I like Big Cat Bryant, so I might be going for that there, but this receiver class is so deep that I also might be taking another receiver. So we'll look into that. And we are on the clock here. We're on the clock at pick 192, and let's see if we pick again in this draft. I'm not seeing our logo. I think this is going to be our last pick of the draft, right? I don't want to be an idiot. Okay, this is the last pick of the Jets draft. Wide receiver, I'm looking. Daz Newsome is here. De'Ami Brown's here. Tamorian Terry. Big Cat Bryant is someone that excites me. So is Xavier Thomas at this spot. I know KJ Henry as well. I think Xavier Thomas, again, this isn't my big board, so this is kind of tough. We'll see. Safety, no one that really... Marcelino Ball is very good. I think he's underrated on this big board. Jacoby Stevens is a really fun player, kind of a linebacker type player too, a box. So this is 6th round. I think just for the fun of it, I have to get one of these stud receivers because the fact that they're still here is shocking. And I'm going to go De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown out of North Carolina, add another weapon. Honestly, the way that guy plays, I think that he could come out and start basically right away for the Jets. You have Denzel Mims, you have Rondale Moore that we picked up in this draft class. You get De'Ami Brown later. You got Brevin Jordan at tight end now. So let's review this draft as we're going to watch the rest of the picks finish up top. But I think it was a really fun draft for the Jets. They got their quarterback of the future, Trevor Lawrence. You don't want to call anything locks, especially on December 1st when the draft is about 5 months away. However, Trevor Lawrence is basically as close of a lock for the number 1 pick as you can get. And I'm going to take him, and we took him, and I think that's a terrific pick for the Jets. Shaun Wade was someone that I really liked at that value, a really fun player as well, a good cornerback out of Ohio State, someone that can come in and start right away in this Jets. You have Bryce Hall. I want to say Bryce Hall that you picked up last year. If he can stay healthy, he's another fun player. So this is going to be a young Jets secondary, but they're building it up. Rondale Moore, terrific value. Again, if he can stay healthy, he's going to be the steal of the draft, especially if he goes back end first and it's finalizing the draft. So we'll go back to this user pick here. Rondale Moore, if he can stay healthy, it's going to be, again, the steal of the draft. Brevin Jordan, another just fun weapon for Trevor Lawrence. A mismatch automatically coming in. Another Miami tight end. I know Chris Herndon went there as well, but he's starting right away over Chris Herndon. Chuba Hubbard is your franchise running back, perhaps. Again, there's been more explosive seasons than he has this year. Obviously, last year's tape can tell you all you want about Chuba Hubbard, but I think that's a terrific pick as well. Monty Rice is another starter. And then De'Ami Brown's a starter too. Alaric Jackson could be a depth guy and maybe come in a couple of years to be your starting tackle. So overall, a really, really fun draft. Probably not ultra realistic because it is a simulator and there's going to be stuff that obviously is a little unrealistic. However, I think it was a fun thing to do. If you guys want to see more of these team mock drafts, let me know in the comments. And take it easy, guys. Peace.